Hi everyone, this video is about 6 practical steps about how to live through the next 3 to 6 months of the coronavirus. So anyone who's renting a flat or a house or who has a bank loan, these are all very useful practical steps about how to negotiate, how to talk about the next six months. So the first one is anyone who has a bank loan. What I've done, because I have a few loans on my apartments in Europe, I've asked my bank if I could make smaller repayments every month, if I could only pay interest only and not principal and interest. So I'm waiting for the reply, but I think the banks will be forced to accept this proposition, because it's better to pay interest only than to pay nothing at all. So I think a lot of banks will allow us to pay interest only. So basically having your installments every month. Second one is if anyone is renting or a flat or a house, is to talk to your landlord, the owner of the house, and ask them if you could make smaller repayments every month, and even defer payments for a few months until the situation finishes. Okay, so that I think that's very important. I think a lot of landlords will be understanding, and because a lot of jobs will be on the line, and a lot of people have already been fired in the last few days, few weeks in Europe and the States because of this. So this is a global financial crisis, and I believe this might last for 4 years. So it might be similar as the 2008 financial crisis. I think this will also last for 4 years, but the worst part might only be 3 to 6 months. So we will see. The third one is to stay calm. So whenever a lot of negative and energy which is full of panic and worry, so that has a very strong frequency. So each time a lot of people who are panicking and worrying, that frequency gathers, that frequency loves attracting each other, and then decisions and the results of those decisions are not really good. So if we are calm, we try to stay calm. I know it's hard for many people in different countries, but trying to stay calm and have a calm mind about the decisions we make. The fourth one is to look at the facts. So is the hype much bigger than the actual results and the actual situation? What we do know is that this started in China, and it has a huge hype everywhere. And there are countries that only have, let's say, 10 infected people or 15, 20 infected people out of like 20 million people or 30 million people. And on the news it looks like that the country is being locked down and everything. So I believe that the hype is actually bigger than the actual thing taking place. So just look at the facts. How many people do we know that actually have received the virus? Who has healed? Is it possible to heal? Yes, it is, obviously. So just look at the facts as well. Okay. The fifth one is to stay healthy. Now, in everything bad there is good, and because of this, we should be looking after our health even more, our bodies, and a healthy lifestyle. There is a video from TEDx. There's a lady called Alana Shaikh, and she just made a video 3 days ago about the coronavirus, and that it's basically affecting our lungs the most. So if we have a clear, strong lung, it's very hard to get the coronavirus. That's why children usually are not affected almost at all. And there are three points I'd like to talk about with the lungs, and how to stay healthy and have a stronger lung. So there are lung strengthening tablets which are available in all pharmacies. I can suggest that. The second one is are the cold showers, which strengthen our immune system. So because the cold strengthens the blood circulation in our systems, so that's a strengthening way for our bodies. And salt water. So if you're next to the ocean and you're inhaling salty water, the salt enters into our lungs, which cleans any kind of uh, viruses. It's much better for cleansing our lungs. Another one is basically boiling salty water. So putting salty water in a pot and boiling that for several minutes, and then inhaling that. And the last one, number 6, is to look at the positive side. So look at I'm asking everyone to look at both sides. So not just the negative, but also the positive. Positive side is that there are fewer and fewer cases in China, so it's improving there. But the interesting thing that the media never talks about that. The media just talks about how it's getting worse and how it's getting more and more and bigger and worse and worse. Okay, but there are countries, there are regions where it's improving and it's getting better and better. So just look at both sides. And with looking at both sides, a lot of there will be millions of people who will be affected with their jobs. They will be fired, or they have already been fired. I had to send away, unfortunately, a few people in my company, in my hotel in Hungary. And a lot of hotels in the region in Europe have fired staff because of this. Another point is look at the companies that will win from this. So the IMF has just lent out $50 billion. This is just a small package in the U.S. The pharmaceutical companies obviously will win big time with this. So look at both sides, and not just the negative side. And I'm trying to balance out both sides from this. I think the bank sector will lose a lot in the next few months. So this might be another 4-year long financial crisis. Property prices will probably go down worldwide, or in Europe and the States for sure. So I just ask everyone to stay calm, stay as positive as they can, and just try to share love as much, and not have fear, and not have panic. That's, I think, the most important what we can do. Thank you very much, and stay blessed. Bye.